Friday the 25th of November 2011. A warm welcome along today's United Kingdom talk, and a warmer welcome than usual, boys and girls. Today's show is coming from my bed. Oh, do you know, I've been wanting to sit here in bed for about 3 years now and do a show. It was actually a very good friend of mine, Richard, in London, who suggested, why don't I do a show from the bed? So today I have done, and it's very comfortable. Not only am I lying down in bed, and the only difference is, for the show, I have put on a pyjama top. Usually I am naked in bed, boys and girls. Are you naked, or are you pyjamaed in bed? What do you wear in bed, boys and girls? Do let me know. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Not only am I laying down, not only am I under the blankets, but I also have... Look at this. Do you know what this is? Any idea what this is? This is the control for an electric blanket, and it is at the moment on. Wonderful. Wonderful to have a nice warm... oh, why is that? There should be a little red light on it. Wasn't there a red light coming on there? Oh, just a second. Should be a red light on that. There's no red light. Maybe the light... Surely there used to be a red light on there. Is it on this one? Just a minute. Oh, something has... Oh, it's not on that one either. I wonder why that is. Well, maybe there isn't. Maybe there wasn't. Have I missed... Oh, of course, idiot. Oh, the red light comes on when the time is finished. Of course it does. Anyway, so I'm sitting here, lovely and cosy, with my electric blanket on, talking to you. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. The only thing I'm lacking is a cup of tea. But sadly, boys and girls, there's no one to bring me tea and breakfast in bed. I don't think there ever will be. Katie the cat is downstairs, curled up in the kitchen somewhere, protecting my front door while I'm sitting here chatting to you. All right, here we go then. Hello to Jessie BT. Someone mentioned a foot mobile, and I had no idea what a foot mobile was. And Jessie writes, Chris, a foot mobile is where you walk on your feet to where you want to go. Of course. Stupid me. Where I live, there are lots of stores around me, so I walk via foot mobile. I do need good sneakers. Well, I should think you do. Some people walk around without sneakers on, don't they? Certainly on that little island that I like, Norfolk Island in the South Pacific, where I've been twice, in between Australia and... Oh, I dropped the thing there. In between Australia and New Zealand. A lot of them there walk around, nothing on their feet. Bare feet. Also, I think up in Cairns in Australia, I noticed a lot of people walking around bare feet there as well. And Jessie noticed the show that I did, that I informed you that I'd bought some Barry Manilow tickets at a rather inflated price. I'm taking my niece, although she doesn't know it yet. Please don't tell her if you know it, okay? She doesn't know it yet, but I'm actually taking my niece to see the Barry Manilow concert in May next year. And Jessie writes, oh, Chris, you're such a nice uncle. Your niece is lucky. I wish you were my uncle. Jessie, I don't think I'm old enough to be your uncle, darling. Do you? And, of course, next year, I'm very much looking forward to becoming a great uncle. I know, at my young age. It's unbelievable, isn't it? It really is. Hello to, and talking of Australians, it's young Zach. Where have you been, Zach? I do worry when people disappear. Please stop disappearing like that. Zach writes, hi Chris, sorry I haven't written in for a while. I've been out of the loop for a while and I haven't watched any of your shows for a week and a bit. So I apologise for that. Okay, well, I know what it is, a young man striving to find some purpose in life. I understand. Don't worry about sad old me, just push me. That's what happens. They grow up and they push me to the side and I'm unwanted again, left alone with my cat. He says, you were talking about the temperature in Australia. It's getting better at the moment. Are you meaning it's a bit of both very hot and very cold? Because that's what I'm feeling at the moment. Is that what it's like there at the moment? Because I've got a friend here in Sydney, Steve, and he told me, was it I think it was Sunday I was talking to him online, on Saturday or Sunday last week, I was talking to him online and he was just off to the seaside, to the beach rather, in Sydney. He said it was 28 degrees. Is it kind of swinging one way and the other at the moment? Zach says, I have my parents on Facebook, but mainly because they don't do much. But my younger brother doesn't want them snooping in on his wall. But it always fails, as there's someone on Facebook that is pretty much an undercover spy and tells them anyway. Does he hide from his parents? It must be awful to have your parents online, isn't it? Eh? Do you not like your parents to see your posts? You see, it works both ways now that we got the Facebook. Your young lives are open for all of us to see. We can all see your secrets, young people. Yes. You see, you think you're wonderful with this Facebook thing. Us adults, we can see what you're up to 24 hours a day. You just post your lives on those Facebooks, don't you? Zach says, I'm not too sure about the debt bailout thing you've got going on in Europe, but if the country's bailing them out, warn them about what would happen if they kept on spending the way they are, then they shouldn't expect any form of bailout from them, if that makes sense. Do you know what? I'm not sure. We're talking, of course, countries like Greece, Ireland and now Italy, who owe a lot of money. I don't think anyone did tell them that they were spending too much, to be honest. I really don't. You know, so, well, I mean, what do you do? You know, I mean, how far can you stretch a friendship? You know, you just can't keep bailing out other people all the time. I don't think so, anyway. Thank you, Zach. Hello to Phil. Look, all these people I haven't heard from ages and ages. Suddenly you've all come in. I know what it is. Summer's over now and you've got nothing to do. Isn't that what it is? In the summer, you were all out in the gardens, doing your pottering about in there and going on day trips to the seaside. Now it's winter. You're back again, aren't you? Eh? Back again. You've got nothing else to do. That's what it is. Mind you, I shouldn't complain. I'm not complaining. Please don't keep me out in the cold. Phil. Good old Phil Huckley writes, Hi Chris, I've got a great question for you to mention on your show. Where did the name Dutch come from for people living in Holland? Good question. I don't know. All names are similar to the country, e.g. England, English, Germany, Germans, Norway, Norwegians, Sweden, Swedish, Italy, Italians, Australians, America, Americans. So where did Dutch come from Holland? If you're from Holland, you are Dutch. You know, Netherlands, you are Dutch. You're not Hollanders, are you? I wonder where that came from. Anyone know? Let us know, please. Phil wants to know that. Thank you, Phil, in Hoddesdon. Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. All right. Where did the term Dutch come from to represent people from Holland? Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Hello to young James, who writes, Hi Chris, Ticketmaster. We were talking about Ticketmaster and the fact that they also own GetMeIn.com. Hi Chris, Ticketmaster has featured a few times on the BBC Watchdog programme for selling out the tickets, then appearing on their sister website, GetMeIn.com, which is supposed to be for people that are selling unwanted tickets. But the tickets being sold on the sister site are being put up within minutes of them being purchased from Ticketmaster and being sold at very high up prices and in bulk, as I found out when I bought the Barry Manilow tickets. You mean to tell me you have a load of tickets you don't want within minutes and there doesn't seem to be a plug to stop this ridiculous loophole? I don't believe it either. I think Ticketmaster are taking those very high, the best seats and putting them straight on Get Me Here and making huge profits out of that. It says, that is not the only con. People are being sold fake tickets or paying for tickets and not receiving them. That's been covered by BBC Watchdog. Ah, yes, but you see, that is the thing. With the GetMeIn.com site owned by Ticketmaster, you are guaranteed to get those tickets or, I think, a full refund. Also, you should always pay for these things on a credit card because the credit card companies are also responsible if something goes wrong. And the same thing goes for holidays, incidentally. These scams have been going on for years and the government won't do anything about it. It's bad, says James. He says, well, winter is here now. It's getting very cold here in southeast London and foggy since Sunday. Well, it's been foggy here, but honestly, I couldn't say it's been cold, Not at all, James. As long as there is no bad snow, that's the main thing, as I bet it will be mayhem again from James, and lovely to hear from you, James. That's it from the show today. On the next show, we've got an email here from my best friend from primary school, Gary, and his young lady, Sue. They've sent in an email. Another one from James and one from Millie as well. Okay, don't forget, if you want to join in on the email, it's always perfectly wonderful to hear from you. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Well, that's it. I've done my show, so I'm going to go to sleep now. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Send us an email, and I'll see you soon. All right? Oh, wonderful. Good night.